What if I told you that long before European castles and skyscrapers, Africans built a massive stone city without mortar that housed kings, controlled international trade, and stunned explorers into disbelief? A city so advanced that, for centuries, outsiders refused to believe Africans could have built it. This is Great Zimbabwe, and today we uncover how its people really lived, using new archaeological insights and evidence. For generations, African history was filtered through colonial eyes. Powerful civilizations were minimized, misattributed, or erased. Great Zimbabwe suffered one of the worst distortions. When Europeans encountered its towering stone walls in the 19th century, they claimed it must have been built by Arabs, Phoenicians, or even the Queen of Sheba, anyone but Africans. But archaeology, oral traditions, carbon dating, and material evidence now tell a different story. Great Zimbabwe was built by the ancestors of the Shona people between the 11th and 15th centuries. It was not a mystery city. It was a living, breathing society with political order, economic power, spiritual depth, and innovation. Today, we move beyond ruins. We reconstruct life. Great Zimbabwe was not one building. It was an entire urban complex covering over 7 square kilometers. Archaeologists estimate a population of up to 18,000 people at its peak. Homes were made of daga, clay mixed with grass, arranged around courtyards. Families cooked, worked, and told stories around shared fires. Children learned farming, herding, pottery, and metalwork from elders. Women were central to daily life, managing households, pottery production, farming, and trade preparation. Men often worked as herders, builders, hunters, and traders. Life followed seasonal rhythms: rain, harvest, ceremonies, and trade caravans. Society was hierarchical but functional. At the top was the mambo, the king, believed to rule by both political authority and spiritual legitimacy. Nobles, craftsmen, traders, farmers, and spiritual leaders formed a complex social network. Unlike European feudalism, power here was symbolic as well as administrative. Great Zimbabwe's most astonishing feature is its dry stone architecture. Over 1 million granite blocks, shaped and stacked without mortar, still stand after 700 years. The Great Enclosure, the largest ancient stone structure south of the Sahara, rises over 11 meters high. Its curved walls are not defensive. They are symbolic, representing authority, order, and sacred space. Recent studies suggest builders used acoustic design. Certain areas amplify sound for rituals and royal announcements. The conical tower inside the enclosure likely symbolized grain storage, wealth, fertility, and kingship. This architecture required mathematical planning, skilled labor coordination, and deep geological knowledge. Great Zimbabwe was not isolated. It was the heart of a vast trade network connecting inland Africa to the Indian Ocean world. Archaeologists have uncovered Chinese porcelain from the Yuan dynasty, Persian glass beads, Arab coins, Indian textiles. Gold was the city's lifeblood. Mined inland, it was traded through Swahili city-states like Kilwa Kisiwani, then shipped to Arabia, India, and China. Cattle were another form of wealth, used for food, ritual, and status. The city's prosperity funded its architecture, art, and political influence. This was capitalism before colonization. African-led, African-controlled. Great Zimbabwe was as spiritual as it was political. The Shona believed in Wari, the supreme creator, and ancestral spirits who guided the living. Priests and spirit mediums played powerful roles, advising kings and interpreting signs, rainfall, dreams, animal behavior. The most iconic artifacts, the Zimbabwe birds, were carved from soapstone and placed in sacred areas. These birds symbolized royal authority, divine protection, and connection between heaven and earth. New interpretations suggest the city was divided into sacred zones, with restricted access depending on spiritual rank. By the 15th century, Great Zimbabwe was gradually abandoned. Evidence points to multiple causes. Environmental strain from overgrazing and deforestation. Shifting trade routes favoring other centers. Political fragmentation. Climate change and drought. Importantly, this was not collapse through failure, but transition. Power moved north to states like Matapa and Rosby, carrying Great Zimbabwe's culture forward. Civilizations evolve. They don't simply vanish. Great Zimbabwe was never a mystery. It was made mysterious by racism. Today, African scholars, archaeologists, and communities are reclaiming this story. Great Zimbabwe stands as proof that Africa produced complex societies, global economies, and monumental architecture on its own terms. This is not just Zimbabwe's history. It is African history, and it reshapes how we see the world. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.